And the best of luck with that. Now, Tamara Eccleston, daughter of Formula One legend Bernie Eccleston, has said that her dad could be to blame for her not having a boyfriend. She said, I don't get chatted up by the drivers. Maybe they're scared of my dad. So, do you think it's a dad's duty to be a little bit scary to prospective boyfriends?
Well, I do actually, yes. Yeah? I think they, you know, they have to look out for the little princess, don't they? I mean, we're in this situation now, to be honest, because our Chloe, who's only 15, has just got her first, well, quite serious boyfriend, actually. It's a bit early, but he's lovely, though. We do like him. He's called Scott. And it was really funny when Peter was kind of checking him out and, you know, what are your intentions, young man, and all that jazz. Because he's 6'2", my Peter's little, and this Scott is 6'2", 14 stone, plays rugby for the local rugby team, North London rugby team. I mean, and he's really rather nice. He's very good looking. So anyway, he's 15 as well. 15, 6'2", but he's lovely, actually. He's really lovely.
Did Peter try and scare him?
Well, yes, he did his best. Now, young man, I want you in at 10 o'clock with my daughter. It wasn't really working. So I can't understand that, but do you not think she has to sort of get a life of her own? I mean, she's, what, 25 now? I mean, it's all right if you're in your 20s. Yeah. She needs... Mind you, my dad, on the other hand, I have to say, was all a bit tragic. He really got very fond of my sister's first boyfriend. George, he was called, not my dad, the boyfriend. My dad's Derek. He, just so you're following. And he really got on with him well, and then she chucked him, so they finished. And he was so upset, my dad. He was more upset than my sister was. And he said, right, that's it. I don't want to know anything else about the rest of your boyfriends. Don't come and talk to me about boyfriends now. Because he'd really got him kind of bonded with this one.
God.
Mind you, he was a bit cross with me once when I actually went out with my school.
Did
Lesley,
you?
Yeah, I did, just for a little bit. We used to go and count it. We used to go and count the atlases in the geography stock room. There were a lot of atlases.
I say, Sherrie Hewson.
I know. No, well, and the thing is with me is that my dad he wouldn't discipline. He was lovely and gentle and funny, and so my mum had to take on that role, and I think it's difficult when the mum has to take on... And the sad thing is because my husband has never really been there, I had to do exactly the same thing. And I had to be mum and dad. And I think it's really hard for a woman to be a father because you're going to be... You've got your mother's role, and so you're overprotective. You know, I'm sure you do things wrong, and I'm sure I did things wrong.
Have you been a little bit scary, maybe, with Keely's boyfriends?
I think I have been quite scary with Keely's boyfriends. And I think, you know, I did scare a few away. But I thought it was the right thing to do, you know, chasing them down the road going, go! No, I didn't, but I think it's hard, isn't it? Because, I mean, I didn't know how to do it.
Like your mother either, you
see. No, and, you know, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what do dads do? I don't know what this... You know,
I didn't... Put the bins out.
Put the bins out. I did that as well, so I certainly didn't... I couldn't have a boyfriend and go, I'm telling you now, you get a bat for 10. Well, what, they're not going to take notice of me, are they?
Oh,
so,
I would.
I know you were 17 when you went out with your... You know, so you were, you know, pretty much old enough to make your own mind up. That wouldn't have cut any ice with my dad, because when I was 17, I had my... I suppose it was my first time properly going out with someone, in as much as he'd come and pick me up in his car and, you know, and take me out. And I was 17 and he was 21 and he was lovely. And his name was Darren. Hello, Darren, if you're out there. But my dad decided that he was too old to be going out with me because I was 21, which was crazy, because if he'd thought about it, actually, this guy was 21, was a perfect gentleman, really looked out. He always, you know, opened the doors for me, and if I said, no, I'm not legal yet to drink, so I'll have a Coca-Cola, thank you, and he would always buy me that, not go on, get drunk. You know, your dad's not here. He was really good, so my dad sat me... Like other boys might have done, not that I would know, because I'd not been out with anyone else. But, you know, he said, no, he's too old for you, I don't like it, so I had to break up with him. So I did, I only went out with him 3 times.
Your dad told you then?
Well, I did, because my dad ruled the roost. I was far too good. Look where it got me.
No way Chloe would ever do that.
No, you'd argue back
Well, my poor parents, when I think to who I used to take some shockers back. And, you know, and my dad used to out-sit me. He would never leave me.
Just in case, yeah.
And remember, the guy I'm going out with now, Ed, he was in a rock and roll band in those days, and he turned up at our house once, and he'd got skin-tight leather trousers on and a vest. It was in the middle of the summer, and long, really long blonde hair, gold earring. And my dad just thought, oh, God, what's she brought home now? You know, but he took him up the allotment, had a fag.
Like you do with a rock star.
And that's it. And I just watched them walking down. My mother said, go and tell, you know, the dinner's out. So, because he slept on couch, you know. Well, you know. So they thought. But it were great because I went to get up the road, you know, where my dad's allotments were, and they were both walking down the road. And I must admit, I actually laughed out loud watching at the two of them because my dad was
6 foot something.
Yeah, he was 6'4", and my dad's little with his little, you know, work pants on and his onions in his hand, walking back to. And I thought, well, that's a sight for sore eyes, isn't it? Really? Never mind, and we're still together. Hey.
Okay.